Hi guys, so in this video we are going to see how we can change the value of any cell in an Excel worksheet in an Excel workbook. So let's get going to the Jupyter notebook first. As a first step, we'll write the line from openpyxl import load workbook. So we are basically importing load workbook function from openpyxl module. We'll use this load workbook function to load the relevant Excel workbook in our Python. The next step would be to actually load the workbook, the relevant workbook. In our case, it is changing cell values example.xlsx in the subfolder changing this value of a cell. So we are loading the actual this workbook on which we are going to work in our Python, and we are making this reference variable wd, which we can use further to refer to this loaded workbook. Let's first see how this workbook looks like. We have this workbook here in this path which we are using in our load workbook function. Let's open this Excel and see how it looks like. So the workbook looks like this. We have these empty cells and we have 7 sheets. Now if I want to write some value maybe in A1 and some other value in maybe C3, A1 and C3. Let's see how we write these values in A1 and C3. First of all, let's say we want to write these values in A1 and C3 in the sheet 1. So we need in whatever sheet we want to write the values, we will just take the reference of this sheet. So WB is our loaded workbook, and inside that we have this sheet 1. So we write square bracket and name of the sheet 1, name of the sheet, which is sheet 1 in our case, and we make a reference value variable WS, which we are going to use to refer our relevant sheet in further code. Now let's see how we can access the cell. Common methods are, one is this one. So here we write WS square bracket in quotes A1. A1 is the reference to the cell, and this we can say this is the absolute reference. Absolute reference is like we don't even really change this reference with some loop. It's A1, so it will always remain A1. W is the reference for the sheet, our relevant sheet, where we are changing our cell. WS square bracket A1 dot value, don't forget to write dot value, is equal to 10. 10 is the value we want to put in this cell. So WS A1 dot value is equal to 10. The another method to access the cell is using WS dot cell method. WS dot cell, WS is the reference to the sheet, relevant sheet. WS dot cell, and then in the bracket we use these parameters: row first parameter, column second parameter. Here if we want to if we want to change the value of cell C3 of sheet 1, then for C3 the row would be third row, so I'll write 3 here, and C is ABC is again the third column, so we'll write 3 here as well, dot value. And again let's write string in this value in this cell C3, and if I want to pass string to this value, keep it in the quotes. So this is, I'll write, let's say C3. So WS dot cell row first parameter, I'll write row. For C3, for accessing cell C3, the row would be third 3, and column would be A B C. Yes, C is also 3, so column is 3. So WS dot cell row 3 column 3 dot value is equal to the string which we want to pass there. If this had been A1, the values would be row is equal to 1, column is equal to 1. If we wanted to change cell B1, then it would have been row 1, because B1 1 is row, and this column would be AB second column. So here so we have passed this string to this cell using ws.cell method, and now let's run it. Now let's run all the cells. In the end we'll save this sheet. Always remember, if we don't save it, our changes which we have done here won't be saved. And when you save the file, you should always close the file before saving. In my case, I've already closed the file. If you haven't closed the file, you should close the file first and then you should save the file. So let's save it. Let's run this cell. And now the file is saved. Now we can check these changes, that whether A1 has 10, value as 10, and cell C3 has this string as value. Let us check. So this is our relevant folder, and let's open this file. So we see here A1 has value 10 and C3 has value, this is string. This is C3. So C3 contains this string. So this way you can use, access any cell, you can change any cell, whichever you want in Excel using Python. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.